just got a series of photos, about 7 photos from the Rise of Skywalker. These are newly leaked images, and we can't show them here, but they essentially confirm everything. Everything we know, everything we've heard, everything we suspected has been, in no uncertain terms, confirmed. Hey, this is...
it's all spoiled.
Yeah, it's all spoiled. Hey, this is Rob Robot Shlomo. Mecha Random is here with me. We're on Midnight's Edge After Dark. We can't show you these photos because I believe they're being struck from Twitter. So I hurried up and saved them. You can still find them, though, around.
You can find them. We'll describe them for you, too, because we didn't use the images on my channel either, because we know how they are for copyright. So
yeah. So the first image, we see is that there's an arena with about 6 or 7 of the Red Guards from Return of the Jedi just standing around doing nothing, and this actually was described in the Jedi Praxis leaks. Not much going on in this picture. The next image I want to talk about is there's 2 lightsabers sitting side by side. Luke and Leia's lightsabers. Now, this is a scene late in the movie that Jedi Praxis talks about, that Rey goes to Tatooine and she buries these lightsabers.
And you can clearly see there's desert behind her. It looks like they're on the ground, on the sand. She's got a sort of an orange cloth that looks like she's gathering to probably wrap them up to bury. And one of them, of course, is the long. They're both long and cylindrical that's important because the next lightsaber picture and another picture that we're talking about is a completely different lightsaber than the ones pictured here. So we see 3 different lightsabers total.
Yeah. Now there's the next picture is Rey igniting a lightsaber, but it has a yellow blade. And somebody actually tipped me off that it's made from pieces of her staff. That I didn't pick up on, but again, this another description of a scene that comes from Jedi Praxis.
See, and this makes sense because it's very much, you've got some trapezoidal shapes there. There's the prongs coming out of the top, right at the saber, like it's like prongs on a diamond ring. That's what that kind of looks like, and it kind of does look like her staff.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna describe another picture. This is one of the first ones we saw in this series of leaks. Is Palpatine. He's on some kind of rigging. Looks like there's some kind of life support apparatus behind him. And again, this describes
like spark plugs coming out of the back of him.
He's Frankenstein into this.
And he looks like a zombie. He's got very white eyes and black mouth.
White eyes described again in the plot leaks.
Especially, and with the Swedish ratings board, this goes hand in hand with what Andres reported from the Swedish ratings board, where a vampiric or
a frightening man.
Yes. That what is dead or something. How did he describe it?
A frightening man who sucks the life out of people.
Yeah, so vampiric or something is how I kind of interpreted that.
Okay, and I'm telling you, it's
the doohickey. You want to go over the doohickey one?
The doohickey, yes. Now, one of the objects described in this is Essential MacGuffin, and JJ loves his MacGuffins, is a triangular pyramid-shaped object, as I call it, a fiendish thingy, which is actually the Wayfinder. It can only be the Wayfinder. Now it looks like some kind of, I don't want to say an Egyptian artifact because that would be giving J.J. Abrams too much credit.
It's a pyramid. It kind of looks like I can't quite think. It's like a pyramid, but it's got like guitar cables plugged into it.
Yeah,
instrument cables,
like braided instrument cables.
Yeah, like literally, they just went to the Guitar Center and picked up some braided.
And you can tell it's hooked into a computer console.
And this is like a red lighting, because it's the TIE Fighter, right?
Red cockpit lighting. Yeah, if you've never noticed, the cockpits tend to have red lighting. Of why, who knows? Because when you're on red alert, obviously you need red lighting. Otherwise, nobody else would know. And it gets worse and worse. And now, okay, the next image we see, I'm looking at, is Palpatine with his mouth agape. I don't know what he could be screaming. It's
like
something dark side.
Yeah, this is the one with the slightly blurry image. Like, these are clearly ones from the premiere that somebody was snapping.
Yes, and here's the thing: they're all taken from the same angle, and they all have the same consistency to their look.
And they were removed by Disney.
And they were all removed by Disney. Palpatine saying, "Who does number 2 work for? Who does number 2?"
You see a little bit more.
At your age, you should really be thinking about more fiber, Palpatine.
And of course, in that image, you see him slightly differently placed in front of the. You can still see kind of the spark plugs behind him.
Yeah, a little bit different lighting, but yeah,
This is the seizure-induced stuff, right? Or inducing because they have the seizure warnings.
Yeah, this is apparently this is maybe some life support rigging behind him, some kind of life support machine. But how did he survive being thrown down the reactor shaft?
Who knows? Who cares at this point?
A good question for another time. Remember, that's all. How did you get the whole?
How'd you get the lightsaber? That's never going to be answered. Forget about that.
Don't worry about it.
You're not going to pay attention.
And the last picture that we got a hold of was Rey looking off into the binary sunset of Tatooine, after having moved into Luke Skywalker's old house.
You can see it there, right next to her.
Yeah, it's the igloo. You see the igloo, the garage, or whatever it is.
You've got the 2 suns. You've got the larger red sun in front of BB-8.
And the yellow sun. And you have the moisture...
At her head level.
And you see the moisture evaporates. Oh, yeah, the head level, because it has to appear as a halo, because she's the Holy Wonder Rey.
Mm-hmm. And little BB-8, because everybody else died. They're just going to kill everybody.
So...
like the franchise.
In order to be a truly empowered woman, you have to steal a more powerful man's identity, and house, and title, and name. That's what we're saying. It's I was
so bad that somebody clearly cared enough to, and they were at the premiere and they said, "Oh my God, oh no, this is Doomcock's leaks are true, Midnight's Edge's leaks are true, everybody's leaks are true," and they went to the key moments like zombie Palpatine, Rey's yellow lightsaber, the doohickey Wayfinder Majig,
the burying of the 2 lightsabers. I mean, the yellow blade, the
just
Rey,
specific shots, the key images from the leaks. Mm-hmm. Because it's somebody cares. I wonder who was sitting in the seat. I wonder if it was like a Mark Hamill or even John Boyega. Hell, it might be John Campea for all we know. This is just me speculating at this point. But this indicates to me, everything that we've been able to piece together seems to indicate these came from the premiere. Mm-hmm. And they've been taken down off of Imager pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The image does not... The image you were requesting does not exist or is no longer available, as the error people are getting. So
they are very quickly. I imagine there's a certain amount of panic behind the scenes at Lucasfilm and at Disney. Oh my God, we have to get this over. We have to get these images off as quickly as possible. And the good thing about the internet is that things tend to live forever. And these weren't even the only scenes that were spoiled. We had a couple scenes spoiled a couple months ago where we saw Palpatine and Force Lightning and Rey and Kylo Ben, or Emo Ben, Darth Emo, side by side with the lightsaber as a freaking mood ring. He was carrying a blue lightsaber.
The opening crawl for Rise of Skywalker supposedly leaked, and someone did it with this. Enjoy being tortured, that is.
Oh, what is the opening crawl?
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please read it.
I don't know if this is legit or not, but
well,
this is another one they struck. Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. The dead speak. The galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, a threat of revenge in the sinister voice of the late Emperor Palpatine. General Leia Organa dispatches the secret agents to gather intelligence, while Rey is the last hope of the Jedi, trains for battle against the diabolical First Order. Meanwhile, the Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren, he stole Supreme Leader's identity,
How dare you steal my identity?
rages in search of the Phantom Emperor, determined to destroy any threat to his power.
Sounds pretty legit. Sounds pretty legit to me. This is turning out to be worse than.
And they
than
pan
we thought.
down to a Death Star.
Yeah, this is turning out to be worse than we thought. It really is. It's turning out to be much worse than we originally thought. Nobody in the writers' room stopped for a second and said, "Hey, this is terrible." But oh my god.
Disney had that leak crawled from Reddit, so it must be real.
I wouldn't doubt it. And again, there are people who know who we are inside of Disney and Lucasfilm and CBS
And care.
Yes.
And care.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this
I'm sure it'll be taken down off of. But
save
it,
please.
it's on the
Please
internet.
save it. Yeah, save it.
Well, I mean, I just read it, so.
Well, I haven't. Well, copy and paste it to a text document. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But my God, people, this is going to be, and this is not over. This doesn't end. This doesn't end Wednesday or Friday or Saturday. This is going to go on for weeks and probably months. We're going to see plenty of think pieces about how First, we're going to see the best Star Wars movie ever. Then we're going to start to see the real reviews come in. Then the YouTubers are going to chime in. And then we're going to say the Star Wars, stick a fork in it, the Star Wars franchise is done, at least on film. Because it's going to be difficult to come back from this. It really is. It really is. And I don't care what anyone says. This is of their own doing. They took it for granted that everybody was going to show up. They thought they could put any piece of slop on the screen. Kathleen Kennedy trusted Rian Johnson, wrongly so. She rewarded him with the trilogy. And dear God, help us if that's still going to happen. Which I pray, if there is a just and loving God, I pray that it will not. And now, this is what we're stuck with. The remains of Star Wars on film lie in ruin. And it is of their own doing.
Oh, we have the ending, too, that we forgot to read.
Rey Skywalker, she takes his name?
No, the exterior, the supposed script excerpt. Here,
Yeah, that's
let me link it
script
to you.
excerpt. Yeah, that script excerpt, I'm not sure that is legit.
Okay.
But it's...
Well, I mean, if you want to include it, it's up to you.
Yeah,
I linked it to you.
Yeah, it sounds too dumb. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy is so far out of touch that it's... this cannot be real. It cannot be real. Exterior Tatooine night. Rey stood on the dune, looking far. She stood on the dune, stands on the dune. She closed her eyes, thinking of how her life had real meaning. Once a scavenger from Jakku, she's now a Jedi in Tatooine. She thought her enemy was her... who she thought she was her only love. Oh God, this can't be real. Then, as sunset progressed, she heard a voice behind her. Rey. Rey whipped around, believing the voice to have been a delusion, but it was not. It was Kylo, who stood as a Force ghost. And there behind him was every Jedi who ever lived, presenting themselves to their successor. There was among others Plo Koon, Mace Windu, Yoda, Yaddle, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Kit Fisto, Deepa Billaba, and Obi-Wan. Oh, for God's sake. Most important of all were Luke and Anakin, the two Skywalkers, walked forward, and three deceased men spoke to Rey. Luke, well done. Anakin, you succeeded where we had failed. They speak together. You have succeeded. You have succeeded where we failed. And the galaxy owes you.
Are they Marty McFly?
Yeah. Gosh, Doc. And a great debt. Rey stood smiling and then laughing with great joy as the binary sunset came down on her and all the ghosts. Luke, we'll always be with you. No one's ever truly gone. That can't be real. That cannot be real. That cannot be real. But this is not going to be the last of this, everybody. Okay, we're going to have more to say about this as the days and weeks and probably months continue. Okay.
Do we have to?
I hope not. Well, like, subscribe here on the main channel. Like, subscribe to Mecha. Yeah, I know we're kind of doing an impression of Clownfish TV right now, but imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, isn't that right?
I think it just happened to be we just recorded my video, so check out my video if you want to see our faces over on my channel. And oh no, this is gonna suck. I don't want to watch Star Wars anymore. Make it stop.
Baby Yoda soothes all.
Baby Yoda.
Okay, everybody, check you out later. Bye.
Bye.